Welcome back, America. I'm here with one of the great patriots in America, Ted Cruz. Ted Cruz has been warning about the corruption of our justice system. Ted Cruz is having to deal with it as a member of the United States Senate. He's just written a book, Justice Corrupted, How the Left Weaponized Our Legal System. Now, I want you to understand this book is about as up-to-date as any book can be about what's happening to our country under Merrick Garland, the FBI, and the Democrats, and what they're doing to President Trump, to our parents, to January 6th, peaceful protesters. So, Ted Cruz, first of all, congratulations. Takes a couple of months to publish a book, but you're right on top of this. Why did you write this book, and what is it at its core that is concerning you?
Well, unfortunately, under the Democrats, they've turned the Department of Justice, they've turned the FBI, they've turned the intelligence community into political enforcers in a way that has never happened in the history of our country. You and I are both alums of DOJ. We both revere a Department of Justice that is fair, that is impartial, and the degree to which under Joe Biden, this department has been weaponized, that the deep state has taken over. It is dangerous, and it is a fundamental threat to our liberty. The book starts off with Loudoun County. Loudoun County, where a 14-year-old girl in the Loudoun County Public Schools was sexually assaulted in the bathroom by a boy wearing a skirt. And the school district covered it up. They insisted it didn't happen. They insisted this never happened. In fact, what the school district did, they transferred that predator to another school where he sexually assaulted another girl. And the school district refused to involve law enforcement. The parents, the dad, went to the school board and said, my daughter was raped at school. And he sat there and listened to the school board lie to him and insist that never happens. No boy wearing a skirt commits sexual assault. And instead of arresting the sexual predator, the school board arrested the dad, threw him to the ground, put him on handcuffs, arrested him. We saw this happen. What followed, though, is the National Association of School Boards sent a letter to Joe Biden asking the Department of Justice to go after not predators in schools that are hurting our kids, but to go after parents, to go after moms and dads. And 5 days later, Merrick Garland moved with laser speed. He wrote a memo directing the FBI, target parents, target moms and dads. The National Association of School Boards has said treat them like domestic terrorists using the Patriot Act. And I'll tell you, I had Merrick Garland in front of the Judiciary Committee questioning him on it. He had done no work. He had no due diligence. I asked him in the letter, all right, how many instances are cited in this letter? I don't know. There were 20. How many of them were violent? He didn't know. He didn't care. And right now today, the DOJ and the FBI, they're interviewing moms and dads. They're treating the FBI as the political enforcers of the Democrats.
Ladies and gentlemen, the book is Justice Corrupted, How the Left Weaponized Our Legal System, which they certainly have done. Now, let's hone in briefly on Mar-a-Lago. You know, I say these so-called former federal prosecutors and legal analysts. You start with that warrant. That warrant was outrageous. It was so broad.
Yeah.
And then you move into breaking into Donald Trump's home. And the latest leak from the FBI and the Justice Department is he moved documents. He moved documents from one room to his office. I don't believe a subpoena prevents you from doing that, by the way. And so they think they have an obstruction case. So what do you make of this and all the leaks?
In 230 years of our nation's history, this has never happened. We've never seen the Department of Justice raid the home of a former president. It's being done by a successor of the opposing political party. It's being done because they want to attack Donald Trump. And this was a fishing expedition. Every former president has taken documents from his administration. Barack Obama did that. Bill Clinton did that. George W. Bush did that. This is an instance where the Biden administration is looking to gain political advantage. And one of the things that the book Justice Corrupted talks about, it starts off with Richard Nixon, because Richard Nixon tried to do this, tried to use DOJ and the FBI and the IRS to target his political enemies. By and large, the system worked. They resisted and said no. Well, what Richard Nixon tried to do, Barack Obama succeeded in doing, and now under Joe Biden it is metastasized, where the institutional resistance of DOJ and the FBI has been worn down. They put hard partisans in the senior career levels at those institutions, and they now view themselves as the jackbooted thugs for the DNC. And that's not what the Department of Justice is supposed to be. That's not what the FBI is supposed to be.
Amen. And last time I checked, if you're going to investigate a potential candidate for president of the other party, you better have a special counsel or somebody independent, not the president's hand-picked lapdog. The book is Justice Corrupted, How the Left Weaponized Our Legal System. When we come back, Ted Cruz, I want to ask you about January 6th and several other issues. We'll be right back.